Today, we're going to discuss why it got to be a battle over reparations. Why it got to be a fight. Why don't battle mean war? Ain't that like engagement, war, battle? We'll be right back on the Keep It Peep podcast. Got the PayPal cash app. Got the PayPal cash app. Got the PayPal cash app. Zelly chime. Hope you got yours, cause I got mine. I'm talking Payoneer, net spin, Venmo stash. Too many ways for you to run my cash. Check reparations. 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 Check. Yeah. Well, if you're talking compensation, it's about that time. You get everybody. All yiggity, and we're biggity. It's the Keep It P podcast, and you know what we talk about. All blackety black stuff. So if you don't like that, switch off now. Just warning you. It's all black stuff here. If you want to get enlightened and empowered, though, stick around and stay tuned. I'm going to need you to go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. Leave a comment if you find what we're talking about is dope. And share this to everybody that needs to have it on these platforms here. Now that we got that out the way, let's see what they got to say. So we on Meet the Press. And somehow, when we talk about giving black people what they're owed, this is not a handout. This is a country that has benefited off the free labor of our ancestors, yet and still, when it comes time for us to be compensated, since we're not Ukraine, everybody got a problem. Take it away, Chuck.
Episode of Meet the Press reports. As the country celebrates Juneteenth, the day after the end of the Civil War, when enslaved black Americans in Texas finally learned of their freedom, we're going to look at one of the more divisive issues facing the country today. Should America pay reparations to its black citizens for hundreds of years of slavery, Jim Crow segregation, and other forms of institutional racism? Calls for reparations have grown louder in recent years following the death of George Floyd and what's been called America's reckoning with race. An increasing number of cities, states, and universities are considering their own form of reparations. My colleague Ron Allen has been covering the debate in California, and he traveled there to take a look at a task force that has been working for the last 2 years.
Wait. Before we even go any further, do you see your boy right there, though? Do you see your boy, though?
What you talking about? Wait.
I'm saying the dude that just walked off. Don't he look like he's just coming to coon? Like he's just ready. Like, just tell me what to say, and I'm gonna say it. I'm ready to coon it up for you guys the best way I know how, and just come on, give it to me. I'm ready.
Allegedly, we don't disparage on this program, but if you come over to the Raw, QVPRaw.com.
Yeah, he's just ready to go. I just want you to
decide whether and how much California's black citizens are owed. So, Ron, what'd you find?
A very passionate debate, Chuck. That California task force issues its final report at the end of this month. It's expected to make a case for why the state owes its black residents hundreds of billions of dollars and make dozens of policy recommendations as well, aimed at everything from increasing voter participation to improving K-12 black studies education.
Did you see the handoff, though? Listen, I'm a white guy. You know I can't say the stuff that's coming up next. Here, how about here? Come on out here, Chuck. Chuck, did you have something that you want to say? And he look at him. He ready. He just breaking it down. First of all right, I'm just let him go.
Nationally, some economists say the nation owes its black citizens some $14 trillion. Reparations for lost family wealth, opportunity, and years of life itself. In Northern California, on the shores of the San Francisco Bay.
Looking for an easy way to...
Hold on. Y'all know we ain't doing nothing like that. Hold on real quick. My bad. Hold on real quick. We're going to let them scat. If you need to get your little business started. All right, here we go.
Marion Johnson and her brother Michael know their way around this sprawling industrial park in the city of Hayward. Where are we right now?
We are on my father's mother's property.
Not what's there now, but what used to be. What was over here?
My grandmother's home would have been here.
Your grandmother's home is where that warehouse is now.
Right. Yeah. This was in the place where all the farming was done. She had a garden, then the houses to the back. My father and my uncle's houses would have been over there.
A community called Russell City, population about 1,400. One of the rare places where local laws did not prevent black families from owning property, with schools, churches, even a vibrant blues scene that attracted the likes of Ray Charles, Etta James.
Here's our tree.
And there's the willow tree. This is in the yard of our great-grandfather.
It's just by chance that the tree didn't get destroyed.
It ain't by chance that the tree didn't get destroyed.
Right.
The tree is there for a reason. Come on,
man.
broski. Where did you get this guy, dude?
The old hanging tree, huh?
Hold on. Hold on. Now they got you. I don't know. I'm gonna skip forward a little bit, but so we're talking about black people's reparations, and it's not lost on me that we have to hear from these people. Go ahead.
Communities without appropriate compensation in 1966. The city also set up a committee that includes the Johnsons to search for any property records that will further document exactly what happened.
There's no white people mentioned.
Nor Asians are mentioned.
Yeah. Their apology really wanted to focus on our mistreatment of people of color.
And what's wrong with that?
Nothing, but everyone should be included in that because Russell City included
It didn't happen.
Everybody should be included. Boy,
Wow.
black people just can't have nothing, can
No.
Wasn't nobody included in all of that out in the field slave labor? Where does everybody else come from? And then, this guy, he's not going to contest or say anything to clap back or even journalistically correct these people. They're going to let him go. There's more from the Mayo Mafia. Go.
A whole, group of different races.
Here's an article in the Daily Review in 1960. This is the worst slum in Alameda County.
They insist their research shows people from numerous ethnic groups were forced to relocate over several decades across the Bay Area, and that black families forced out of...
Notice how they got all of these records and all of... You got it all together then, huh? So you know exactly what needs to be done and how much is owed too, huh? This is mind-boggling right here. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to. Let me skip to this one point right. I want y'all to see this sister letting him have it though. Hold on, y'all, because there's a lot of BS. It's stomach churning. But let's jump here, and I want y'all to hear this sister giving him. And I'm gonna have to break down a couple too. Check it out. And notice it's all task force and committees, studies, and the study of the committee that studied committees back when studies was popular. Didn't none of that happen here recently with the Ukraine joint though? It was just like
Immediately.
$53 million, aye, and gave them the bread. Wasn't no meetings, wasn't no lockouts, no.
Afghanistan, you need some money? Oh yeah. 6.4 billion for you two. Migrants, y'all need some money? What? You're over here illegally? Oh yeah. We got Walmart gift cards, Domino gift cards. We got La Quintas. Come on down.
Hold on, man.
It's an entitlement mentality. And never has it been put on display more than with this disgraceful reparations board.
We need to do this. We need to get the money. Where's the money?
Do you think that people are actually going to get cash payments?
Look, now here, when do you actually think that people are good? As if it's like so impossible. Like nobody's ever got cash payments before.
Right.
Hold on, man.
Yes. I do believe that people are actually going to get cash payments.
in South Central Los Angeles.
I think the state of California has the most local reparations initiatives.
We met Task Force Chair Camila Moore at her family's church.
I'm gonna give God. You ought to give God. Get your hands and give God.
Where she often comes for inspiration.
The Bible verse that I'm often reminded of is Proverbs 14:9. So that is fools mock at reparation, but amongst the upright there is favor.
What does that mean to you?
To me, that means that reparations is not a new concept. It's something that all communities are owed if they have suffered from gross human rights violations.
So you've...
Right. Plain and simple. Well, watch your boy Poindexter, Mr. Negative Nancy. You gotta wonder, is he FBA? Oh, there's more.
Traced your ancestors back to slavery.
Yes, on my father's side.
An attorney with expertise in international reparations. Moore walked us through the task force's draft report, starting with a history lesson about California.
International reparations?
Entered the Union in 1850.
Did you hear the trickery?
International reparations.
Hold on.
A lot of people don't know that there were over 2,500 enslaved Black people in the state of California.
Men and women brought west by Southerners during the gold rush and forced to work in the mines. Why do you think that Black Californians should receive reparations?
We're owed reparations for the debt owed from slavery due to the broken promise of Reconstruction in this country and the lingering badges and incidents or systemic discrimination that African Americans still face today.
The task force highlights housing discrimination and unlawful property seizures, discrimination against Black businesses, over-policing and mass incarceration in Black communities, healthcare inequality, why Black life expectancy is 7.5 years shorter than for white residents. Based on that gap and economic modeling, the task force estimates a health reparation payment of about $13,000 per year, or $966,921 for a 71-year-old lifelong resident. The task force recommends that...
What do you think about that number? What you think? A mil?
Okay, because I heard other accounts of like 500,000, and you know, so I thought that was light in the booty. So a meal, yeah. Now, because you're gonna now keep in mind. Now you know they're gonna try to tax it now.
It shouldn't be taxed at all, though.
See, now that's a whole nother issue. You see what I'm saying? You see the hating? So we need to make sure that this is this is tax free, P. You don't cut the check and then try to tax and max.
Right. Hold on. There's a little bit more, and then I'm gonna skip to this other part.
Any Black Californian who can trace their ancestry to an enslaved or free Black person living...
No, slaved or aggrieved? Come on now. We're not talking about people who was aggrieved. We're not talking about that. Slavery. See, it's always the trick bag. You know, it's gonna come to a head.
That's that
People
international language.
And people like, come on, man. We hear what you're saying there. These is words that you're using. It's all fishbowl soup language. Anyway.
In the U.S. before 1900 should be eligible. About 2 million people. The final report also may include a California residency requirement. The numbers are just massive.
Yes. And the harm is massive. And so the solution has to be massive as well.
That's why your critics just think this is not,
tax
even if you
free.
could justify it, it's not workable. It's just not going to happen.
Well,
it is going to happen,
to
Buster.
Disagree. Reparations is an idea whose time has come, and I see it coming to fruition despite the naysayers.
Obviously, slavery was an evil of almost indescribable proportions. But I think people in this country want to look forward. I think
people in this country want to move forward. Do y'all tell that to them folks? When we reminded about it all the time? Did y'all tell that to them folks who want a 100-point bulletin on how to stop them folks crime? You know that's what the little bill that they got out right now, the new little law that they working on for them people, for them jewelry people. It's 100-point bulletin on how to stop and combat. What? 100 points? But we should move on. Man, come on, cuz.
Things like this.
Congressman Kevin Kiley represents California's vast 3rd congressional district.
So look, vast 3rd congressional district. Notice who they showed in the pictures.
Look, vast.
So
That
you
means
know who this
mayo.
is.
That means
That's what I'm saying.
mayo.
Hold on. That's boy. I just want y'all to repeat that.
He's based in Rockland, a small conservative suburb near the capital, Sacramento. 3 years ago, Kiley was one of just 12
Small
state assembly
conservative.
members, all Republicans, to vote against the law that established the task force. 58 Democrats supported it. Why did you vote against even studying the issue of reparations?
Well, because it was very clear from the beginning that this was something that was never actually going to happen.
Do you see a continued?
Dang.
But notice how he talking to him though. Notice how he was all aggressive and all, you know what I'm saying? And now when he talking to Mayo, man, hold on.
At all a connection to slavery, Jim Crow, to present day inequality between black and white Californians?
I'm focused on the inequality that's the result of current policies in our state and in our country right now.
You're focused on now. They're trying to focus on a historical context that got us to where we are now.
And I'm focused on what we can do now. And so I happen to think that the absolute most transformative thing for people of any background to improve their life prospects is a good education. So you want to link that to all of these other...
They keep going to education. Dude, you can't offer no 40, 50-year-old person no damn ticket to college. What they supposed to do? Go get back on campus with they hover around?
Right.
What the hell are you talking about? Come on, bro. All right, I ain't that's gonna upset me. But I want y'all to hear this though, and that just listen to them say it, not me. Just listen to them. What they're telling you is.
Welcome back. We want to dive in deeper. As we saw earlier, reparations is a hugely divisive issue. A Pew Research poll taken in late 2021 found that by a more than 2-to-1 margin, Americans oppose reparations.
All adults. Come on now. Every adult. You to talk to all of them, huh?
And they're all against it. Every race, religion, creed, LGBTQ in the place to be. We're all against it.
And look at the racial split. Whites overwhelmingly oppose reparations, 80%.
There's 17% of black people that's against it.
Hakuna Matata.
Oh, shoot. Hold on, man.
But the numbers are almost exactly reversed among African Americans who strongly support the idea. So joining me now is Cornell William Brooks. He's a professor of the practice of public leadership and social justice at the Harvard Kennedy School. He's also a former president and CEO of the NAACP. And Coleman Hughes is a columnist and host of the Society and Culture podcast, Conversations with Coleman. Both of you have agreed to essentially lightly debate this issue with me as playing my role of moderator here. So
the role of, no, you know what you are, buddy? You're not a moderator. You're the guy that's playing both sides of the argument. You're the guy that brought the two black men out to talk about what y'all want to really say. And both sides is probably garbage. I don't want to hear neither one of them, actually.
Cuz said, is he wearing pants this time?
I don't want to hear neither one of them.
Shout out,
we just
crew.
gonna stop it right there. I ain't gonna give y'all too much because you know it's Patreon today, but I just want to go ahead and bust this down for y'all real quick. No. Listen, I need y'all to do what's behind my man's screen right there. I need you to go ahead and like for the spike. I need you to go ahead and subscribe if you live. I need you to go ahead and comment like Crew Ben over here getting it in, getting busy. He said those are the same numbers as for ending slavery and inciting civil rights. What's the point? Exactly. What's going on, sir? You over here keeping it real, keeping it P in the place to be, right? I need y'all to go look us up on all of these little platforms right here, man, because we all over the place, man. Check out the B1 Clips channel too. You know what I'm saying? So you can get the bite size to the point clips of not only me, but everybody in the diaspora that I mess with. We got Phil, we got Professor Black Truth, Tariq, whoever I watch, and I feel like y'all need to hear that. I'm chopping it up and we put it on short. Love, peace, blessings, them aloha, gotta go hard. But show how